Today we're going to be opening up the bundle of Guilds of Ravnica. Comes with 10 booster packs, a box, a guide, some mana, and a die. So let's dive right in. Take a look at this thing. Box. Security packet. This must be the guide. There we go. Tap into greatness. Guilds of Ravnica. Talks about the houses. 10 coolest cards. Let's see. What does it say? 10 coolest cards are. Raska. Okay, let's see what we have coming up next, guys. Commons. There we go. Might of the Masses. There we go. Target creature gets 1/1 until end of turn for each creature you control. That's a pretty good pull. Rock Charger, also really good. And the Boros deck, I like that in the Boros deck. Get those creatures up flying with this guy. Golgari Find Broker, also a good card for green-black deck. Search your library for target permanent, remove it from the graveyard, put it in your hand. And Sacred Foundry. Alright. It's not too bad. Better than a Chamber Sentry, in my opinion, at this point. Golgari Guildgate, and a Soldier. Honorary Goblin. Alright, there we go. Golgari Raiders. This is a pretty good card. I like this a lot. 1 green, 3 colorless. Haste, Undergrowth. Golgari Raiders enter battlefield with 1/1 counter on it for each creature in your graveyard. This would be good later on in the game. Can broadside people with it. That's pretty good. Crush Contraband. You need this for exile target enchantment. Definitely playing a white deck. The enchantments are insane in the last few sets, so that's definitely good in a white deck. I love this Assassin. Great card to have. Death Touch, all creatures able to block must do so. That is good. Yes, Bounty of the Might. It is a little expensive, but having 3 creatures get 3 plus 3 plus 3, that's pretty awesome. I like that a lot. There we go. Prey Upon. Foil, it's common though, but we'll take it. And the Boros Guildgate. Join Shields. I have not used this card myself. I haven't seen it played yet in any of my opponent's decks, but there must be a good reason to use it. I just don't know it yet. Another Golgari Find Broker. Kroll Swarm, pretty good card. Bring it back from the graveyard. I like that. Yes, there we go. Experimental Frenzy. That's really decent. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may play the top card of your library. You can't play cards from your hand. Destroy Experimental Frenzy. This is quite experimental. You definitely build a deck around that. Demiri Guildgate and a Goblin token. Take a look. Alright. Come on. Let's see. Here we go, Whispering Snitch. It's pretty good. Yes. Goblin Banneret. Goblin decks seem to be coming back. I remember back when I started playing Magic, the red brush goblin decks were the way to go, and I'm glad to see that goblins are still in Magic and getting new cards to revive the decks. That is awesome. Thought Eraser, that is good. A lot of hand control, taking cards out of the opponent's hand. I do like how that really plays out. Eternal Troll, Trample, 4/4. That's pretty good. That is really good, actually. Has Trample 4/4 for 3 mana, but you need to exile a card from your graveyard. That's not too bad. Then Golgari, Goldgate, Guildgate, and Elf Knight. There we go. And we have left 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, 4 after this. There we go. Healer's Hawk. I have to point this out. I think this might be one of the best commons in this expansion. Definitely worthwhile. 1 mana, 1/1 flying, and lifelink. If you pull this in your opening hand, it's a game changer. You're going to get 2-3 points down on the opponent. Unless they kill it, you're going to gain 2 to 3 health. It's well worth having in your deck. Another Rock Charger. We talked about this earlier. This is great in a Boros deck. Anytime. It's 3 mana, but it's a 1/3 flying, and then it gives one of your creatures flying. That is awesome. White has tons of flying in this expansion, where the other things don't. Blue has a little bit, but white definitely has the flying creatures. Speaking of flying creatures, Kroll Swarm. This is, I think there's probably 3, maybe 4 black cards that have flying in this expansion, but it's a pretty decent one because you can bring it back from your graveyard. Yes, Disinformation Campaign. This one right here is great in your black-blue deck. It really is going to help control how the game's going, because you get to draw a card and the opponent discards a card. It's all about the controlling the opponent's hand. Firemind Research. This is perfect, and is it deck. Remove target. Yes. Every time you cast a spell or a sorcery, you're putting charges on this. This is key. Bird Illusion. Oh. Alright, let's see. Night Veil Sprite. I like this. There's been a few people that say they don't think this is worth it, but I think definitely in the Night Veil or Surveil deck, I think that these are key. 2 mana, flying, 1/2, so it's not going to die to a 1/1. But it's pretty good. It's going to keep it moving. Your Surveil deck. Status Statue. Target creature gets 1/1 and gains Death Touch until end of turn, or destroy target artifact, creature, or enchantment. I'm telling you, these enchantments that are out in this expansion, man, sometimes if you can't get around them, it's going to ruin your game pretty bad. Gird for Battle. I have to tell you, I do like this card. For 1 mana, you get to put a 1/1 counter on 2 creatures. I like doing that, especially when you get when you pair that with the bird, Healer's Hawk. Man, second turn, having a 2/2 already swinging, that's a good hand, starting hand when you have that. That is good. I do like that. Alright, let's see. Oh, Vaskra. Golgari Queen. Yes. This is the one. Pulled it. Planeswalker. Legendary. +2. Up. You may sacrifice another permanent. If you do, gain 1 life and draw a card. That is awesome. 3-. Destroy target non-land permanent with converted mana cost 3 or less. This has saved me so many times when the opponent has something that you just can't get rid of because they're not going to attack with it. It's the way to go. -9, you get an emblem with whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, that player loses the game. She is awesome. Definitely one of the key cards of this expansion. Crushing Canopy. Another foil, another common. There it is. Is it Guildgate? There it is. And another Blue Illusion. I'm really happy I pulled that. That is great. Let me know below which Planeswalkers you guys have pulled so far in Guilds of Ravnica. Lidev Champion. Whenever Lidev Champion attacks, you may tap any number of untapped creatures you control. Lidev Champion gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each creature tapped this way. That's pretty decent. It can create tokens, but man, at 5 mana cost, it only costs 3. And it can make a 1/1 with life link for 5. If you don't have anything to play, I mean, that's good. It's in the game. You might as well just make tokens, but that's kind of expensive. Yes! Conclave Tribunal. This is one of the key cards from Guilds of Ravnica also. Convoke, so you can tap your creatures to help cast this early on. The Conclave enters the battlefield, exiled target non-land permanent that the opponent controls until this is removed. This is one of those enchantments I was telling you guys about earlier. You need to be able to disenchant enchantments. Discovery Dispersal and Argombia. Not too good, but it's alright. Boros Gate and Elf Knight. 2 left. Let's see what else we're gonna get. Man, I hope we get more foils than just the ones we've got so far. It's not been a good pull on foils, but we shall see. Lava Coil, awesome. Lava Coil deals 4 damage to target creature. If that creature would die this turn, exile it instead. That's the way to go, Lava Coil. Beam Splitter Mage. I honestly don't have much to say about this. I haven't played with him, but let me know in the comments if you use these currently. So my camera cut out, but the last thing that we had was the Beam Splitter Mage. Then we got a Pilfering Imp, and the rare in that pack was the Sacred Foundry. Last pack. Let's take a look. Luminous Bonds. I like that a lot, especially for 3 mana total. If there's something big on the board like a green dinosaur, it's a 10/10. That's awesome. Make sure to not play this on something like a poison tipped archer where they're still going to be able to use their ability. I see that all the time. You want to play this on something that's going to do either a lot of damage attacking or be a big blocker. Make sure to not put this on something that has abilities you need to get rid of. Abertium Element. Convoke Hexproof 7/5. See this? Well, you can't. It's Hexproof. I was going to say use that card for this, but you can't. But something like this, a 7/5, that'd be a good choice. Enhanced Surveillance. This is ideal in surveil decks. Book Devour. Pretty good. Like I said the other video, I have not used this yet, but it seems like it can definitely cycle through your deck pretty quickly. Yes, Thief of Sanity. I like that. Flying. Here we go. Whenever Thief of Sanity deals combat damage to a player, look at the top 3 cards of that player's library. Exile one of them face down, then put the rest back in the graveyard. For as long as that card remains exiled, you may look at it, you may cast it, and you may spend mana as though it were mana of any type. to cast that spell. That is insane. For 3 mana, flying, 2/2. This is an epic card, I would say. There we go. Another foil. Golgari Findbroker. I think we got 3 of these so far. And here, this would be the 3rd, but it is a foil, so that's cool. And a Selesnya Guildgate. Another soldier. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe. Hit the bell below, and I'll see you later in the week. We'll be opening up a core set 2019. Here it is. I think everybody pretty much has seen one of these, but I'll be opening one of these up, and we'll see what we get in it. Have a great night.